Greetings, St. Michael's. Today we celebrate the feast of the Epiphany, the first manifestation of Christ to the world. This feast has been analyzed by many, and there are many traditions regarding these people who came all the way from the east to come and give homage to the newborn King of the Jews. In the words of Carl F.H. Henry, look at what has come into the world. The early Christians did not say, what has this world come to? Instead, they looked at Jesus and they proclaimed, look at who has come into the world. When we celebrate this feast, we celebrate the coming out of the Christ child. The wise men who reportedly came from the east travels halfway around the world to come and bring homage to a baby, a newborn king, King of the Jews. There are many traditions around the world surrounding the coming of the wise men. In the Gospel of Matthew, we hear a different story to that of Luke. Matthew tells a very different story. He includes some more drama, lights, and special effects. Instead of the shepherds, Matthew gives us the Magi, the wise men from the east. Instead of the stable, Matthew takes us to Herod's palace. Instead of a manger, Matthew shows us gifts fit for a great king. And instead of angels, Matthew tells us of dreams. The story of the Magi, or the story of the three wise men, is as old as time. We have given names to them: Gaspar, Melchior. The Magi reportedly came from the ancient priestly family in Persia, modern-day Iraq, Iran, Saudi Arabia, even Yemen, or what is now today called Turkey, southern or northern Syria. If you are so inclined, you can even go to the Gothic Cathedral of Cologne in Germany. And you'll find a very ornate shrine there that is believed to contain the remains of these three wise men. They studied the stars and they came to Jerusalem, the capital city, to seek out the new King of the Jews. Now, whether there were three men, there were three wise men, there were three Magi, let us look at the gifts that they bring. These gifts have special significance. Gold is associated with kings, and Christians believe that Jesus is the King of Kings. Frankincense is sometimes used in worship in churches, and it shows that people worship Jesus. Myrrh is a perfume that is put on dead bodies to make them smell a little better. Christians believe that it showed that Jesus would have to suffer and die. And the lessons we learn from these wise men come to us via the first reading from the book of the prophet Isaiah. Isaiah says, "Arise and shine, for your light has come." The light is the light of life. The Christ child is the light. What a great light. When we return to the gospel reading, we see Herod is determined to stop this light from shining. He goes to great lengths. He makes up all kinds of schemes and strikes all kinds of deals. In the end, he commits the worst of them all, the killing of the innocents. All in a bid to stop the light that came into the world from shining. Now, the wise men did not believe in Jesus the way that we do. To them, it was the material of their studies. They studied the stars. They interpreted world events with this knowledge. Just as we were all watching the sky a few weeks ago when there was what they called the appearance of the Christmas star. I hear it was amazing to see. On this Sunday, we are invited to see the light, to follow the star, to bring homage to the King of Kings that we will find at the end of our own journey of following this light. The Son of God, Jesus Christ our Lord, is ours at the end of this long journey. We are also invited to recognize that there's darkness in the world, that the spirit of evil and wrongdoing is around us, all that which keeps us from seeing and recognizing the King of Kings is indeed darkness. Like Isaiah, now the world is also covered in darkness. We see our own world struggling to see a light. We too are invited to lift up our eyes and look around us so we can see the light. We are invited to give ourselves over to this light so that Christ's light shines brighter in this world filled with different shades of darkness. In the end, we are invited to recognize this light within us, because Christ came to be born in the hearts of the faithful. The heart of the Christian is the source of light. Look carefully at what it is that is keeping you from seeing the light. Look at what is darkening your and my world. What is covering over the light of Christ, the light that Christ brought us many years ago. My invitation to you is to look at what has come into the world, not what the world has come to. Look at the light and not the darkness. I pray that you let the light in, let the light shine, encourage the light in others, and be the light that the world so desperately needs. As the unicorn in C.S. Lewis's The Last Battle says, "This is the land I have been looking for all my life, though I never knew it until now." You and I are this light, the light that the world is waiting for. At the start of this new year, let us resolve to not fear the darkness anymore, but to be filled with courage, to shine our own light. May God bless you and all you love with the light of Christ, the light that was to come into the world.